I apologize if I look like crap, but today is a big day and I want to get some things done before a lake trip coming up here shortly. So on the completion of 2 videos, we are going to be putting on a sound pipe. Not like this one, but I'm using this as a template, and then we're going to be wiring some head and tail lights, kind of like I did on beta here. More on that later. So what is a sound pipe? Well, it's something that I engineered myself, where it looks like you have an exhaust on the back of a bicycle, but in reality it's 2 inputs, or technically plastic water bottles that emulate the sound of a motorcycle, and then the output gets shot out the back, and it sounds pretty good. So I'm going to be making one for Harley today. Harley is the name of the bike I decided to choose because it's just a nice name. So I'm going to go ahead and start taking some measurements. I'm going to be cutting some PVC, and we'll go ahead and get started. So this is the general layout for our sound pipe here. We're going to have our inputs, or our plastic water balls in this case, be duct taped into these pieces of T's here, and then we're going to have, we're going to drill some holes into our muffler pieces here, and then we're also going to cover this with a bigger PVC pipe. It's not big enough to go around the fittings, but I'm going to plan on just cutting I'm gonna have to show you what I mean, because it's hard to explain, but it will cover this, but partially cover this. And then so anyway, it will the sound will output to this one and also to this one, and may transport up to the top here, and this mounts to the top of Harley here, and then these mount towards the sides here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut those other pieces really quick, and then I will show you what I mean. And also we're going to be using a metallic finish, because that emulates the a metal look, to make this look like metal, when in reality it's just plastic. Oh, and by the way, got some better brake pads, so we can fix that stupid brake. Let's go. Alright, so this is what I mean, just to let you know. So because I'm using 1-inch PVC as the base for the whole sound pipe itself, you can't. What I normally use is 1 1/4 inch for the base, and then I use 2-inch ABS pipe. Actually, this is what I did in an older iteration. So I use 1 1/4 inch as the base, and then this is 2-inch ABS pipe to add kind of a muffler cover. With this, this is 1 inch, and then I used 2-inch regular PVC pipe here. And what I did is I cut up just about half of the little bits here off, just so I can pop it right on top of the fittings, because it covers the PVC itself just fine and everything, but it has trouble fitting onto the fittings. So that's why I cut part of it off and just popped it in place. It's not perfect, but it suits it well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this apart and then drill some holes to make a muffler. And why I was saying it didn't work with 2-inch ABS and 1-inch pipe, because that's what I did on my other bike here. It's a little bit excessive. What I had to do is I had to drill out a hole the same size as this fitting and press fit it into the ABS muffler cover. And as you can see, it makes it pretty excessive. But again, with this, I think we're gonna have it sit like right here, so it's not out as far, and then the elbow is gonna make it go up the frame, and then it will mirror on the other side. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut another piece up here. I'm gonna start drilling some holes, and then we'll maybe get next clip. You'll see a full assembly. What can I say? I am really impressed with how this turned out. So this is just a rough assembly, just kind of a mock-up. Right now I have it attached with 2 hose clamps, just so I don't have to drilling holes into this and also drilling holes into that, because that would be really sad, and also I would lose sound from the inputs here. So hopefully what I'll do is I can make these adjustable, so I can like adjust my sound, see how it sounds and everything. And then I guess we'll go ahead and disassemble this and start painting it, I guess, and sanding it down. Can't believe it already. It already looks pretty good. We're gonna paint the muffler covers hunter green to match the bike, and then, like I said, we're gonna paint the rest of the frame metallic finish. So first I'm gonna have to primer it, so let's go to get started. Okay, so I finished painting the first step here, the primer on the main frame and also the covers. Don't panic, by the way, in case if you see this crappy job. As you can see, this is bubble wrap, and then I decided to experiment with a new texture by just rolling it, and I'm just gonna stick with it. I mean, if you don't like it, I'm sorry. You can, if you're making your own sound pipes, you can do what you want, okay? So I'm just gonna go ahead and let this dry for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna put on the metallic finish, and I'm not gonna worry about a clear coat, because it looks pretty cool that way. So yeah. Finally, I went ahead while I was waiting for the paint to dry to also put on the new brake pads, and as you can see, it stops quieter and nicer. Okay, now I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit, and then we'll maybe paint the other side too. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here, because now next video we're gonna be working on wiring head and tail lights to a 12-volt battery system on this thing. Recharging it, I'm not sure how I'm gonna do, but we just have a float charger inside my house just to keep the battery all nice and pumped. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting ready for that video. I'll see you guys later.